Shka. What you'll see and hear in this video is the silent stroke mesh heads in 10, 12 and 14 inches on the toms and a 20-inch bass drum skin. The construction is a single ply mesh material that the company say offers a real feel, and I kind of disagree with that, but the one thing I do agree with is that the company say these silent stroke mesh heads are 70% quieter than the regular heads. So when you're playing this on the drum kit, it doesn't feel like a traditional drum kit, it feels more like an electric drum kit. Nobody's really nailed it in terms of having a really low volume kit that feels like you're actually hitting a traditional drum kit, but it's pretty close. The good thing about this is that you can tune the toms, you can tune the snare. That's what makes it a little bit better than a pad. So for instance, you can have it extremely high or you can have it low. And I'll show you the demo that I've done on each one of them being high and low. I generally keep it low just for the longevity of the skins, and we'll talk about that after you hear the demo. But keeping it high, you can get a lot of tone out of it, and keeping it low, it just feels a little bit more like a traditional drum kit. So I would pick the feel rather than the sound any day when I'm practicing. So have a listen, you can hear the difference between the two. So we're talking about the longevity of these skins now. I've had this kind of a setup for at least 5-6 years. And these particular skins that we have here on the toms, I've only had for about 3 months. But the bass drum skin I've had for, maybe 2 years now, and it's lasted very well. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. The one thing I will say though is get a pair of drumsticks and assign them to this kit, because you don't want the tips of the stick to be chipped, because that's going to damage the head. That's really the only thing I found out about these, because they're literally fiber on top of fiber, and what happens is those threads, if you hit it with anything sharp, you'll split one of the threads, and once that happens, it's like you've got a crack in a cymbal. It'll keep on going until a hole appears, and it just happens very fast. Or once that fiber is broken, it's just a matter of time. Won't split completely, there'll be just a hole, and then when you're playing, the stick will get caught in the hole, and it's a nightmare. It's time to replace it. But if you play it with a decent pair of sticks that's all intact, you shouldn't have any problem. They'll last a very long time. The bass drum, one thing I will tell you is that try and get a piece of plastic, a good piece of plastic, right where the beater hits the skin. What I've done is I've got a old drum skin, cut out a square and glued it to that exact position, because I had a Tama skin previous on this drum kit, and within 2 weeks, brand new one, the beater had pretty much gone through all the threads. So that's something that you have to keep an eye on. Just what I have there is a little square of a Remo skin I'm not using anymore, and I glue it straight up to the skin, and it stayed there, and it's been there for like 2 years. So that's a great way of combating that little problem. Other than that, I haven't had any issues with them. They're good. They work for my teaching. They work for a little bit of practicing that I do. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with them. If you're looking for the quietest type of practicing, then these will definitely not let you down. They will be a little bit more expensive than a standard skin, and you probably can get mesh heads that are slightly cheaper. But with these, I have found that they do last a very long time, so they're well worth the money. Anyway guys, that's it for this one. Don't be afraid to hit the like button, comment and let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next week for a brand new video.
Guys, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and if you like what you've seen here today, you can see a lot more videos. Just click on any of them here on the screen.